Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Houston on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he's got Miller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. John Jenkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Patterson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Patterson, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bears 10, Colts nothing. Pat O'Donnell to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
At the 32.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Complete to Zach Pascal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54 Mike.
Now Carr. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
58, boy, 58, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Patterson on the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the gun, Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st down.
Let's go, D. City. Check. 59.
Rivers on 1st down. He's got Jack Doyle.
Rivers pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Second down at 7. Operating from the gun, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And able to find Graham, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Carr now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll run the screen with Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Final play of the half, Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Carr going to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
49-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. First down, Rivers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Every now and then it's hard for me to rein it in because this is one of my absolute favorite players in the draft, Jalen Johnson out of Utah. A long, angular corner. Occasionally peeks a little bit too often into the backfield, but he always wants to make a play on the football. He's got a chance to be the starter opposite Kyle Fuller, who was a first-round pick in 2014. Since then, the highest draft pick at the corner for the Bears, the 6th round, until Jalen Johnson was selected this year.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Chicago Bears. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 24, Colts 14.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete.
Zach Pascal, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Bears 24, Colts 20.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
Darrell Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Here's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 31.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The Colt ball carrier.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Rivers. This goes underneath to Doyle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers now from the 50. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
At the 5-yard line.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd down.
To throw is Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Colts.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Brought down by Khalil Mack. It's a loss of 2.
Back to throw.
And 12. At the Bears, 41.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they take a knee.
Carr on the keeper.